Okay, what is the overall... Oops, I have that in here. Alright. What is the overall spiritual energy? Alright, what is the overall spiritual energy for Leo now through November? What's going on for Leo? Loyalty and infamy. Pride. Okay. Give me 1 second now. I feel like... Sorry, I had to write something down, you guys. I feel like somebody's really, it's like they're being known for something that kind of like isn't the kind of attention somebody wants, I feel like. And it sucks because they're actually very loyal, but maybe somebody has like an unbalanced pride issue. Like they need to contemplate things because they might realize that they're doing things out of ego and not pride. There's a difference. Pride comes from being proud of something, and what you're proud of is associated with positive core values like integrity, achieving something that you've earned, being loyal to somebody who deserves it and somebody that is loyal back. You know, that's something, those are things you could be proud of. You shouldn't be proud of, you know, getting success because you stole it, or and that's who you were loyal to. Like that's not, you're okay, so you might be a loyal person, but you're giving it to all the wrong situations for all the wrong things. So what difference does it make if you're loyal? You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy I'm getting, y'all. Yeah, somebody needs to contemplate what makes them proud so that they can self-actualize and build some core values that they never stray away from. Like, what is it that makes you proud of yourself? Start there. Okay? Don't just do things out of loyalty for luxury, for instance, or out of fear of being poor, or what your family wants. That's not something to be proud of just because your family's praising you, saying, yeah, you did what we wanted you to do. If it's not who you actually are and what you actually... If you're not proud of it, you need to be proud of it. And what you're proud of could very well differ from your karmic friends or family or whoever. Or if they don't even have to be karmic sometimes, you know what I mean? It just depends. What makes you proud could be something else, but pride is different than ego. Okay? Healthy pride is good. If you're in your pride about your ego, which is based on, you know, frivolous things, superficial things, then you shouldn't be proud of that. Yeah, discernment, exactly. Okay, so that's a message for somebody, and now I feel like somebody's known for being loyal, so it sucks because it's like they're in a situation where it's like it's a bad look because they thought they were doing the right thing because they actually were very loyal in the situation, but it was something that you shouldn't have been proud of, though. So it's like you being loyal, it's not impressive. Hold up. Sorry, guys, I got puzzle pieces and stuff. It's TikToking over here. So I don't know if this happened already or if this is somebody's like at a crossroads where they need to decide before. It's like, but the overall general message is with anything that's important, especially, somebody needs to know themselves and really contemplate what triggers their pride or what they're proud of, and know the difference between pride and ego. And they need to have the power of discernment against anything that's false once they decide what those things are. Okay? Yeah. Somebody here, maybe in your energy, Leo, has this gift of discernment against things that are false. Okay? Yeah, look what I just said. Knowledge of good and evil. There it is. Yeah. Somebody here could have been protecting like the wrong types of people here, thinking that they were being loyal and it was a good thing. No, honey, it's not. There is no honor amongst thieves. Where there is no honor, loyalty should never live. There shouldn't be loyalty there. There's only going to be karma and catastrophe. Maybe you might get a few wins here and there, but the risk is far outweighing the good. And on top of it, there's no soul food. There's no soul nourishment. So what's, people don't understand, y'all. So yeah, now somebody needs to really think about this here. So now somebody doesn't like how they're being seen, even though they are very loyal. Somebody was being loyal, but it wasn't a good look. Something was, or maybe you're dealing with this now, Leo, I don't know, or this could be in your energy. Yeah, somebody needs to have discernment against anyone false here. They need to know the difference between good and evil. Then they would know that protecting criminals leads to an unhappy voyage. So even though, maybe somebody protected the wrong people because they were being loyal, versus somebody that was extremely opposite of them that they actually should have been loyal to, but because they were extremely opposite of them, they thought that it was the right move to be loyal to these criminals or these for political reasons and ambitious reasons. That's not, no. Nope. It doesn't matter who somebody is. If they're your opposite completely, what matters is their character. What matters is their wisdom, their energy. Because extreme opposites can be a good thing. Maybe they're what you're missing. Maybe they can fill in the gaps and teach you some things and vice versa. But yeah, criminals, yeah, you're dealing with fake people. They'll charm their way. They're thieves. They're con artists. That's what they do, babes. So why would you be loyal to people like that? They'll turn on you if it serves them enough. No honor amongst thieves. Yeah, this is a lesson here, because somebody wasn't loyal to somebody simply because they were opposite of them, but they were much better. They deserve loyalty, not these people. But somebody thought that because it's politics and ambition, they had to be obedient to this. No. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. So somebody needs to really look within about pride. And do not give your loyalty to anyone just because you think that criminals can get you to where you need to go. No. That's going to be an unhappy voyage. Versus a fountain of wisdom who just happens to be opposite of you. That's a way better route to go and be loyal to than this. So this could be like a lesson thing, y'all. Maybe this is a continuation of the energy check. Feels like it might be. Yeah, this is a hard lesson energy type thing. Yeah. Yep, somebody did something for money. And they thought, yeah, this is the way to go. This is the right path. Everybody's on board, and these are the voices I'm going to listen to, and it's all going to work out, and it's a disaster. Okay, disaster. They were already with their soulmate in the energy check, so I don't know if this is a continuation. Maybe somebody was dealing with a Leo, or somebody is a Leo. Yeah, something was manipulation. And black magic coming from a dark place. Yep. High Priestess in reverse. Somebody wasn't trusting their intuition. So let's tap in, shall we? Leo, what is going on, babes? You fucked up or what? Or you're dealing with somebody like this? Let's see. Or you, yeah. I feel like maybe somebody fucked up. Because Leos are very loyal. But an unevolved Leo can be loyal to the wrong people and be prideful about the wrong things. Okay, so let's see. How's the career and money looking like? Not so good, maybe, because they went with the wrong people for politics and ambition. Yeah, not so good. Exactly, a bad idea. That's what I thought. Yeah, somebody didn't want to stop. They should have stopped. Somebody didn't want to get their hands dirty. That's what I just heard. They didn't want to put their fingerprint on something. Well, that's a red flag. Because then you're not taking accountability for it. Yeah, so there's no honor. Like I said, no honor amongst thieves, yo. So this is a hard lesson. Something was a not so bright idea. It's like not a light bulb moment. It wasn't a good idea. There's no income source. There's no inspiration. It's not creative. There's nothing new here. It was somebody just didn't want something to stop. Oh boy. Somebody didn't want to actually do the work. The reason why it wasn't a good idea is because somebody didn't get their, hands dirty. They didn't yeah, that's where the luck is. Somebody thought that they were going to get lucky without putting their heart into it. No. What you put your heart into is what brings you luck. Okay? And peace. That's why masking needs to die out. Okay? The mask needs to go. Okay? That's pretty direct. Yeah. Somebody needs to figure out what their life purpose is, but that's later. First, they need to go within and assess the pride, ego, loyalty thing, and what do they want to stand for? What do they want to be known for? What will they put their fingerprint on? What will they take accountability for? What makes them proud of themselves? Yeah, and that's the start of somebody self-actualizing. Because somebody was flexing and prideful about all the wrong things and all the wrong people exactly because they were masking. And they were stealing. Somebody was acting, they were playing a role. That's not where the clover is, y'all. Where the clover is this cup. You don't mask to get overflowing prosperity. That's the bad idea. It's not going to work. Put an end to that thought process. Okay? All right, so let's see. So yeah, this is one of those hard lessons, y'all. Something's not working out. They need to reassess, reevaluate. Maybe, yeah, chaos, exactly. Somebody's following chaos. Yeah, what do you expect? You're protecting thieves and criminals. You think that just because you're a criminal and you're loyal, because you're one out of a million maybe, because most people aren't loyal as well as criminals, it's because you're on the wrong path. Those two things don't go together, y'all. Maybe somebody just wanted to fit into something, or they really thought that they were going to win this way because everybody else did. That's why you need to listen to your own voice. And somebody was flirting with something that was fading out. It was aging. It was old. It wasn't going to go anywhere. Okay. Yeah, somebody disclosed information, or they inquired. They wanted some kind of creativity without putting energy into it. So they probably tried to steal somebody's creative ideas or vision. Somebody was conveying emotion without energy, with no spark. So they were masking. Exactly. It wasn't real. But somebody responded to the inquiry and exchanged information, and they used it against them, the information that they divulged. Yep, and now there's no peace. Yep. Broken commitment, going solo. Have the courage to go solo dolo and trust the process. Okay, that's the message. And start painting your own canvas, babes. by figuring out what your story is. Who are you? What are you proud about? Why did you think you were proud about what you went with? Why do you think that those people or this operation deserves loyalty? Why did you assume that everybody's loyal just because you are? You need to assess these things and go through the process. Have the courage to do it by yourself without outside distraction to really figure out who you are. Listen to the music. Sexy Sax Man could be significant. Yo, have you seen the Sexy Sax Man on YouTube, yo? That was such a funny video. I don't know, it came out many years ago, but it's always funny. It never gets old. Okay, so yeah, somebody needs to communicate because there's no peace here. And there's no energy here or spark or creativity. There's nothing to celebrate here. And so why would you commit to this? Somebody needs to break this vow and go solo. They don't know who they are enough to commit to pledge their loyalty. It's a bad idea. They're masking. They're just trying to steal something because they don't have any ideas. So this is somebody who shapeshifts, y'all, and they try to attach themselves to people that do have ideas and then somehow weasel their way in to take credit. Somebody's efforts will be rewarded. Okay, the success lies in your hands, but you need to you need to be hands on. You can't just use sleight of hand. You need to actually, there's a difference here. Sleight of hand versus hands on. Putting your fingerprint on something. Being proud of it. No matter how it turns out, believing that that's what I'm proud of, so that's what I'm going to go with. And because that's what's calling me, and that's what's a good idea. And that's what I'm going to be loyal to. It's like some people just want instant gratification, y'all. And they do what's popular, like with the majority, you know what I mean? But just because somebody needs to trust determination. They need to stick to something and be hands-on here. Even if it takes a little longer, I promise you, the foundation is going to be sturdy because it was built from a place that is a core value at the core. So maybe somebody doesn't know, they've been misplacing their loyalty, y'all. That doesn't deserve loyalty. Sincerity deserves loyalty, carefulness, support, courage, brilliance, hands-on energy, innovation, creativity, things that are beautiful, things that fill your cup. And then you can get the prosperity. You have to put your heart into it, y'all. That's the sauce. But somebody here was in a survival mode energy, probably in their, from a place of insecurity here, Yeah. So, let's see what else is going on. Okay. What other messages? What else is going on for Leo? I only realized last year. Delightful deer. Okay? Enlightenment, connection, divination. Mystical companion of the fairy folk. Bless me with your sharp sense of sight. Somebody here has vision, like they're visionary. Somebody didn't trust the visionary. They went with the political thieves, the con artist group, or the let's get this quick bag, man. No, for sure, this is the way to go. Yeah, no. They don't know what they're talking about. They haven't been hands-on with anything. They never built anything. They don't know what success takes. That's why they steal it. Hello, do-do-do. You know what I mean? Come on now. it's the real leaders. It's the ones that are disciplined and determined to do something and they follow through till the end. Like the ones that have something to show for it, that aren't masking, that follow their heart. Somebody doesn't trust their feelings maybe, so they go with what the majority is. This is not a good idea, because then you're not going to end up on your right path, and you're going to end up with all the wrong people that have their own motives attached to everything, who all they got to do is put on, for all you know, they're masking also. It's like, of course they're masking if they're thieves. Duh. How do you think that they convince people to steal with them? They have to make it seem like they know what they're talking about. But look at, like, their lives. Do they actually? Yeah. Not so spunky squirrel. Yeah, somebody wasn't prepared for something. Something was not practical, and this was not going to be a manifestation that worked out here, whatever this is. So, this is some kind of a lesson, Leo. Somebody's a shapeshifter for all the wrong reasons. Shadowkite. Okay, many of us have hidden psychic abilities, okay? Hidden in the primal area of our brains that we can no longer access, okay? This stone speaks to that area via vibrations, frequencies. Shadowkite protects your mind during channeling and meditation. Its high vibration creates a strong psychic shell around you of protection. Yeah, so when you hear all of these con artists creating static and charming you with their wonderful, this sounds so great, it sounds so great, okay, voices, this will help put a shell around it so that you can hear your voice and remember to sit down and process and think about it. Consider, yeah. And don't get swindled, okay? You know, it's like, get that ass some Shadowkite, okay? Let's see. Alright, this is some kind of lesson, Leo. Is what I'm getting, which is good, you know. It's definitely something that needs to be learned. The quicker the better, because then you're going to get on to your life path. You need to understand, too, that, like, or whoever this is in your energy, this requires patience. And maybe because somebody's insecure and impatient, they want instant gratification, so they stoop to stealing things from other people, thinking that that's a good idea. It's not. It's never a good idea. The fuck is wrong with you? And no, you shouldn't be loyal because you're being ambitious and you think that that's where the prosperity is. I don't give a shit. It's attached to bad karma. You're about to curse yourself is what you're about to do. And your family. Okay, so stop. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Even if you get away with it. You still just cursed your bloodline or yourself. You're about to receive bad karma in whatever form that takes. We don't know. Spirit decides. All right. It's not worth it though. I promise you. Like self-actualizing and then living your life purpose, I promise you, is so. It's like it'll save your whole life because you'll actually be living a life. You won't be masking. Like if you do this and you just go where the prosperity is or where you think it is, which is inaccurate because you're coming from a place that's not real already. So it's like anyone can charm you. You can fall for anything technically, even if you're smart. You still don't know everything then because that's not... yeah, look, the lion. So this is about courage. I just heard hedge fund, but it's in reverse. With the hedgehog. Yeah, somebody here, the prosperity was not wherever this was here. Whatever this is, bad move. Okay. Somebody here didn't know what they were talking about, or they didn't have the money, or they something was, yeah. Something's not working out like somebody thought it would, or if you're lucky enough to get this message before making this decision, it's not going to work out the way you think it is. Okay, let's see. So the lion, this is your energy, Leo. leadership and pride. But what do you stand for? What are you proud of? Once you decide what that is for yourself without any interference, that's where you put your loyalty into. And make sure when you're assessing these things that it's coming from your heart, not just intellectualizing it, not just from your ego and what you can get out of it. No. You need to consider what you are proud of at the core values, okay? It'll save you a lot of grief, hon. So, the lion's superpowers are strength, assertiveness, power, leadership, courage, charging ahead, sister brotherhood, measured ferocity, poise, and wisdom. The lion wisdom is that sometimes silence is louder than noise. Tap your inner power by pausing to assess the situation. Then act calmly and thoughtfully with the supreme assurance that exists deep inside of you. When the lion appears, stay humble. Own your power, confidence, and inner strength. These are tools you're already equipped with. Practice using them wisely. The lion wants you to know that you've got this, whatever it is, okay? You're in charge of your kingdom, but what does your kingdom look like? What are you proud of? Make sure that it's not just having your kingdom be shiny and look good. That's not a kingdom. That's not a real kingdom. That's a fake-ass crown from Burger King. It's not a real crown. It's not going to be sturdy. Your kingdom's going to get run over by, like, the pirates that came to land and saw your kingdom, and they're like, ooh, I want that. And it'll be easy to steal. Just like you stole it. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah. You want a kingdom that stands. That's why you have to put your heart into something. If you're not willing to be hands-on and pour into it, then you're not going to actually, like, put roots or have a sturdy foundation, because you don't have anything to lose, technically. You need something to lose. You need something to stand on or stand for. Okay? And you need to be careful, and you need to be sincere, and there needs to be respect and true support. Not just like a hype energy, you know, and what you can get like quickly or something, or from other people by taking it away from them. No, don't do that. Okay? People that do that is because they don't believe in themselves, yo. They don't self-actualize, or they're just entitled as hell and they're lazy, okay? So, this is about courage and leadership, and that's your realm, Leo. Alright? So let's see what else is going on. Alright, what is happening? What's going on? For Leo, now through mid-November, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Gibo in reverse, yeah. Generosity in reverse, union in reverse. The rune of giving and offering. Exactly, so something's one-sided. Something was giving but not getting, or it was all like a charade, or somebody was giving to the wrong thing. They were in the wrong union. Yeah, exactly. Water and intuition at the bottom. See, somebody's going to run into this a lot if they don't tame their water energy. And the way to tame that is to dive deep. Go deep. Swim in the deep end. Where it's scary and dark. Okay? That's where the healing is. And once you can manage both the dark and the light, and you trust your own voice and your own feelings, because this is somebody who doesn't trust their feelings, I feel like. So they shapeshift to fit in where they think it's going to be successful. But what do you know about success? You're stealing from somebody else that's probably successful. Otherwise, why would you be taking it? That's not ambition. That's like, ugh. No. Yeah, so this when you can trust your own intuition, you guys, then you're gonna be like You're going to have an awareness, like another sense towards danger and falsehood and things that are not good ideas. Because you're going to know that that doesn't make you feel good. You're going to think about the emotional consequence and what there is to lose. Somebody that doesn't have anything to lose is somebody that is either disloyal because they're disloyal to themselves and they're only loyal to the hype. It's like they're not loyal to anything that matters. You know? There's no legacy in that. Something about legacy. Somebody's name could start first, middle, last with an L. Okay. So yeah, this is about trusting your intuition, connecting with your heart chakra and your third eye chakra. Okay. And in order to do that, you need stability and to go inwards, not outwards. Don't listen to outward voices. Go inwards and process and think and hold space. Okay? Face your demons. Figure out who you are and what you stand for without this dinky ass mask here. Okay? This lame as fuck, ugly ass piece of shit, lame ass costume from the Halloween seasonal outlet store. Okay? Yeah, here, smile in the mirror. When can you actually look at yourself in the mirror and smile and truly be proud of it? Like, if you can't do that, if you can't really face yourself in the mirror, it's like, and I'm talking like heart chakra activated, soul activated. Yeah, smiling slows the heart, relaxes the body, and releases endorphins that reduce stress hormones, making you feel lighter and more positive. Yeah, so maybe somebody's negative and insecure and pessimistic and they lack faith, so they end up doing things that are not good. Maybe they should change that and try something new. And think positively and be more patient and take the time, you know, and not need everybody to like them or, you know, not give in to pressure, you know how to protect your energy and don't cave right away. You know, if you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything. Stand for nothing, fall for anything. Okay, one of my favorite lines. I'll keep saying it. Okay, so smile in the mirror. Okay, more positive energy. Stand in front of the mirror and give yourself a genuine smile, Leo. As you do, notice how this small act changes your mood a little bit and your energy. But like for real, it has to be real. You have to think about something or someone that actually makes you feel happy. Heart chakra activated, okay? Feel the warmth of your smile and the positivity energy it brings. Smiling can uplift your spirit and set a bright, optimistic tone for your day. Hold up, y'all. Okay. Connecting you with your inner joy. Yeah, see, somebody doesn't do that. They're coming from a place that isn't whole or happy. It's fragmented. It's a mask. Like, you wouldn't have to mask if you were in your soul's purpose. So, but, you know, you got to trust. That takes a leap of faith and knowing and self-actualizing, discovering who you are, exploring, not being afraid of failure as much as you are afraid of being inauthentic. Okay? Some people think perfectionism is the way to go. There's no such thing. Get humbled and be realistic. Okay? Don't focus on how you're going to look or the attention or the popularity. And people pleasing. Focus on the other. That's what being enlightened is, okay? Yeah. Somebody might connect.